This is the Meraki Espresso Machine, and I personally think it fits in a category of coffee machines that not many others do. We've reviewed quite a few coffee machines, espresso machines, fully automatic, fully manual. This one's interesting. Stick around for, I think, the main reason why, but today we're gonna talk about the form, the function, and if this is something that you should pick up. Thanks to Meraki for sending this out for review and for sponsoring today's video. If you would like to pick one up for yourself, link in the description, and we will try to get you all a discount code as well. All right, so what is it and why should you care? First of all, Meraki is kind of a newer brand and their whole goal is to bring the pro level coffee home, but with way less friction. They launched this machine on Kickstarter. It raised over $2 million. So there's clearly a lot of hype here. When I saw it, I was like, that's beautiful. I want to get my hands on one. I also love coffee, as you know, so I've had a blast exploring this machine. I think when it comes to coffee makers, there's like two camps. Coffee machines, espresso machines, there's like the fully done for you, like getting espresso drinks or nice drip coffee or something for you at home. You hit a button, or maybe you don't even hit a button, you schedule it on your phone. And then there's the side of like, I'm a purist, I want to make it all myself, I want to mess with all the pressure gauges, I want to like grind it perfectly, I want to weigh it all out. And there's not much by way of in between. So I think there's a few things that Meraki has done here to be in that in-between space, which to me is very exciting. So as always, and without further ado, let's dive into the form. So it is a semi-automatic machine, but it feels very integrated. And I think the overall design aesthetic is beautiful. Again, I love products that sort of can be a work of art in and of themselves, whether they're being used or not. This is something that can sit on your countertop and start conversations. People will be like, whoa, is that a coffee machine? Which I've literally had happen in my house already. I love the setup, how you have these like different little silos and they do different things, like the grinder, the actual brew unit, the milk frothing unit, the back where you hold the water. It's all like this cool little, almost city block kind of formation where each building does something different. The design is modern, minimal. It comes in a black version, a white version, clean lines. There's a lot of metal in this machine, so it feels really premium. And they've done a really good job matching the plastics that are there to match the metal that is there. So you do get a full-sized 58 millimeter portafilter. So you're not really locked into any proprietary accessories there. You can buy accessories from third parties and use them with this machine with sort of that standardized espresso machine format, if you will. I think what's really cool is the small little friendly touchscreen interface in a little circle that sits on top of the machine. Literally when it goes to sleep, it has like closed eyes and like little Z's, like it's taking a nap, which is so cute. The touchscreen is great. It's reactive. The fact that you can tilt it up and down is nice. I would say, I wish it was a little harder to tip it up and down. I think there's been times where I go to tap on the screen and it kind of like moves it down. It's not a huge deal. You can literally just use two hands if you want to, but I also want to mention like it's not super flimsy either. Like I just wish it was a little bit tighter on the hinge. But this thing is solid. It's heavy. It feels like the nice machine that it is. And I think they've done a good job using metal pieces where it's needed for durability and functionality, as well as plastics to not make this thing 1,000 pounds sitting on your countertop. I personally think this would look good in like a premium high-end kitchen, as well as like an office space or a studio, or not a premium high-end kitchen, a regular kitchen, a gallery kitchen. Like I said, I think no matter where this is, it's definitely a talking point. All right, we're gonna get a little bit nerdy here. For those of you who enjoy coffee, maybe even for those who don't, we're gonna talk about function here and sort of what sets this machine apart. So the biggest deal here is the rotary pump. Most machines in this price range use a vibration pump, which are louder and less stable. The pump in here is like, it barely makes any noise. It's kind of wild. It's like a whisper. It's like, bzzz. It's awesome. So a rotary pump gives you quiet, instant, and consistent pressure. And even as the machine is warming up and it's telling you like, hey, we got to get to the desired temperature first, that part is very fast. And then once it hits that, boom, it starts pouring immediately. All of that makes for the foundation of good espresso. You also get a dual boiler setup. So you have one for the espresso itself, the coffee itself, and then one for milk. Both have levers which you can operate manually. And there's no waiting time. You know, once the coffee pours, then you have to wait for the milk to be ready. You can hop back and forth between the two. It's a really like quality of life and like efficiency thing that I'm glad they built into this. The steam is great. The wand is robust and awesome and large, which is great to be able to move it all around, put it where you need it to be. We're gonna move over to the grinder now. It's a grinder that's co-developed with Time More, which if you're a coffee nerd is kind of a big deal and a really good idea for them to partner on such an integral part of an espresso machine. It's fully calibrated for espresso and it keeps things consistent without really any fuss at all. You pick your grind size, hit the button, it grinds the coffee for you. Another big one are the embedded scales. Auto mode with this shows real-time weight as you're pulling your espresso, which makes those dialing in of ratios like a lot easier. You're not having to like manually do things. You just pick what you want on the screen and you're good to go. Something that I didn't get a chance to try out is the Coffee Sense NFC system. There's a little tag on the very top behind the screen where you can actually tag certain bags of coffee and just tap them there. And it'll actually add like the designated ratio for that specific coffee to the machine automatically. So you know like what the brewer intended the espresso to be when it's made. I think it's pretty neat. I'm excited to try that out in the future. Okay, so here's the last thing with like the functionality, which I mentioned earlier. The thing that I think puts this machine right in the middle of fully done for you and fully done manually is it's kind of wild. Usually most automatic machines, there's not a lot of like manual adjustments you can make. For instance, I think the easiest way to explain this is the milk frothing wand. You can put it in the coffee and turn the lever and like use your hand and get the temperature right if you're familiar with like frothing milk, and kind of do it manually yourself, have the swirl going around, watch the temperature. When it gets to a certain temperature, turn it off. Or you can set the milk frothing wand in there and hit froth for you, and it has a temperature gauge inside the wand. You can position it perfectly and it will froth the milk, honestly better than any milk frother, auto milk frother I've ever seen or used. And honestly, I would maybe even argue it froths the milk better than I do manually. Right when it hits that perfect temperature, it cuts off and you're ready to pour. The same thing goes for the espresso shot. You can flip the switch and do it manually. Watch the scale, get the perfect amount, or just hit a button, it does it for you. And I think that ability to quickly hop back and forth, you either push a button or you turn a little tab to start doing something manually, that is fantastic. One morning I could try to do things manually, the next morning I just immediately make something automatically for me. And I think that ability to play around with there so easily, not having to add different parts or like adjust different things, is I think what makes this product stand out among all the others in this line. So moving on to who I think it's for because of this. I think it's the perfect for someone like myself. Honestly, someone who loves coffee a lot, and some mornings I want to play around with different ratios and temperatures and weights and like do things manually and like be the barista in the house. And other mornings, like I don't have much time, but I want a nice latte. Let's put the things under there, hit start, go do some dishes, come back, hit start on the milk frother, go check in on the kids, come back, pour it in there. I have my latte ready to go. Most of that was done for me. I just think there's so many good aspects to this machine. You can learn from the machine running automatically as well to see like, how would I do this if I was going to make the perfect latte? Let me watch the machine do it, and then tomorrow I can try it myself. So really, if you're anything like me, you're gonna love this thing. Price, premium, yes, but this is a premium product and I think it's totally worth it. You can always do the math on, if I start making my lattes at home on the weekends instead of buying them at Starbucks, those prices quickly add up and it makes this worthwhile. Honestly, I love this. It's my new favorite toy in the kitchen. I'm excited to continue making lattes for my family. And when we have guests over, it's just really fun. And honestly, it makes me seem like a super cool barista. It usually comes across in these videos when I'm very excited about something, and I think today was one of those times. It's literally the afternoon, I'm tired, I've been on video calls, and I was so excited to sit down and talk about this machine because it's been so fun to use. Thanks so much to Meraki for sending this out for review and for sponsoring today's video. Again, links will be in the description down below. If you're new to the channel, here we talk about tech and products that marry form and function. We like products that improve our lives and look good while doing so. So if that sounds cool to you, please subscribe, like this video for more, watch this one next. I think you're gonna love it, and we'll see you all in the next one.